Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition where we meet the filmmakers participating in Stafford Film Festival. And today we have the winner of Best 1 Minute Film, Andrea Ricca. This film is a little bit weird. If you get the chance to see it, if you haven't seen it yet, it's definitely worth a watch. So I've known Andrea for many, many years. Granted, I didn't vote for his film; it was someone else vote. It was the jury voting for his film. But I've known him for many, many years. He's based in Italy. He's an amazing filmmaker, very good in the visual effects, and you'll see that in his film when you get the chance to have a look at it. So, welcome, Andrea. Tell us a little bit about your film and the inspiration behind it, please.
Thank you, Michael. It was a pleasure to be part of this the Stotford Film Festival. And yeah, as you said, my film it is a little bit weird in the sense that it's basically a mockumentary style pic about a celebration in a parallel reality where the social struggles relies on the acceptance of the difference, so of the monsters in this case. So because we live in this work era of content creation as well, so I thought it was a good moment to explore what if the struggles were something different and were set in a different world. So that's why the inspiration came from. And I've been creating monsters with the use of generative AI for a long time now. And so this film was the end of a process that lasts a year or so, in which I explore different styles, different cinematics, different visuals, and that was the result of it. AI often has this stigma on it that it kills the creativity and the process behind it. But I think it depends on how you approach it. For me, it was more like an engine that helps you just materialize and create almost in real time what you have in mind. So for me, it was like playing a video game, basically. So I had this concept in my hand, in my head. I let the AI decide also which ways to take. So I was guided by the AI because it gave me some inspiration. It gave me something that I wasn't planning to have. But from there, I was like, okay, this is interesting. This can help me tell the story I want. So, and I use not only generative AI, I use also ChatGPT to write the script. So basically, the voiceover you hear in the film, it was obviously an idea of mine, but I used ChatGPT to help me figure out a way to sound good. And I think it was this experience was most almost like having someone with you, a collaborator helping you through the process. So it was really really fun. I think an AI, first of all, it doesn't get tired. So, like I would say, and it does not let emotions affect the result. So it's almost like having eternal 24/7 productive individual. So because this was a little project of mine, I spent every time I had available to work on this. So sometimes it was night shifts, and having someone ready to work with you at midnight at 11 p.m. it's not that easy. You need to schedule around people, of course. Like, I think the human touch is always undeniable value, and it will never really get replaced. That's what I think. But having a support so easily accessible really made the birth of this project really easy and immediate.
The biggest problem I find with AI, the biggest thing I find like actually lacking from it is that it doesn't fundamentally challenge you in the sense of it doesn't say to you, like, actually, you should go this entirely different route. It's like being in a room full of people who agree with your approach and say yes, 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 and then try and follow it and maybe have a little kind of different path, but slightly different. When you work with individuals, you get some people that come and say, actually, it's far better to go down this road, and AI doesn't do that. It doesn't actually completely contradict what you're doing. So you kind of miss out that sort of creativity. And normally that helps you build to a better product at the end because it makes you ask the questions. Is it the right path? Is that the correct path that they're suggesting and stuff like that? So what were the major challenges and discoveries you faced whilst using AI? And did the process reveal anything unexpected about your storytelling and about the technology?
Yeah, that actually is a very good point. Well, during the process, I built it bit by bit, and by doing so, I involved people because, as you said, you need somebody to tell you, "Oh, this could be better," like which AI doesn't do. So I involved people, asked their opinions. I was like, "Oh, how's it looking? Do you like it? Do you have any suggestion?" So in my other challenges is, I would say, like you said, you don't know where you're going when you have a sentient being basically, you know, telling, just being happy with everything you do. So the challenge were more like on a concept level than on a technical level. Technically, I followed what the AI gave me because um, it was more like an exercise for me. Like, let me try to understand this being, to see how it thinks. So it was more like it was me serving the AI in a way more than the other way around. So I had a concept to, basically, but I let him guide me. So the challenge was like this change of roles was, I think, the most challenge I found in this part, in this journey. It wasn't a technical one. It was a concept. Like I had to put myself in a different position for maybe the first time in my life. And I think if we wanna use the eye the right way for in the future, we need to try and understand it in a way, and not always the other way around, because it's still a thinking machine. Maybe it might not be sentient, but it's still a thinking machine. So we need to approach it like the way it is, not just a bot or a tool. It's not a tool; it's an agent. So the challenge was, was something like that.
Did you find it where you were able to expand your storytelling, or did you find it limiting? Because with AI, you can create monsters, which you probably wouldn't be able to do in the real world in a reasonable cost. So you're able to expand the story there. But did you also find it like limiting in how you could tell the story or what you could say within the story?
Well, as I was saying, this creating monsters has been like something I did for the last year. So when you use AI on a specific topic for so long, the AI kind of gets to know you. So to build this confidence, I had to do exactly what I wanted. I had to build towards that. So I trained the machine for a year now, Mid-Journey, ChatGPTs, Halo. So I trained those machines to understand me. So like as a storytelling, I have an idea in mind, and but this idea I couldn't make it if I didn't have all the one entire year to experiment that, because I think it's just it was a more like an exercise. It was experimentation to see where this could go. So I get your point, but I think if you're in sync with the machine, the storytelling just goes natural to do it a way that you could use and make the best out of it.
So everyone is obsessed with the future of AI in filmmaking. Like, well, we got individuals complaining that we had an AI category within our actual festival, or that we had AI films or films that even included elements of AI. And we were trying to explain to them actually these same complaints they had was when visual effects first came into effect. it was all practical, and then CGI comes in, and everyone's saying CGI, you're just going to have CGI films, and it was the same when you had like a silent films to talkies. So I was basically explain it to them. It's an evolution of film. It should be something ideally that will create a new industry, a new category, a new role inside the industry. And yeah, there is the fears that it will take jobs, and you see the technology crossing over into those areas. But I see the same as well when you had digital color correction compared to the original one, how that has basically changed and it did take jobs and that sort of stuff. But where do you see AI shaping the future of filmmaking? What excites you about it? And what scares
Well,
you? Because
first,
you work in post-production a lot.
I think mainly, first of all, I completely agree with you. It's just technology can't really be stopped. And if you we look back at the history, this happened so many times already. Like when you said with CGI, CGI the same thing. Like I hear some people complaining, oh yeah, but AI, you can tell it's AI. And I'm always replying, yeah, but you can tell what's CGI still. Like it's it's just another way to tell the story, to express, to work with what you have. Like painters in the back in the history, they used to do commercial work. Then photography came in, and they didn't work as much, but they still work today. Like painters still exist. So I think it will be in the future like AI will be just something else, but the rest will survive as long as there's a choice. You still see photographers working with films. You see music made in vinyls. So technology really doesn't die. It will become a choice. Some older technology, like maybe like some people today prefer to do animatronics and practical effects. In the future, there will still be people that prefer CGI or practical effects to the AI. So this won't change, I think. Obviously, there will be like a much different competition on it, and opportunities will be thinner and lesser. But I believe, things gonna change, but not in a way that we lose the job, because some of the jobs we do, some of the position we occupy, they didn't exist up to 30 years ago. So, the industry changes all the time. Our industry is like, it's one of those industries that if you don't study what's new every 3 months, even in matter of style and trends, you're gonna get left behind. And I that's how I approach it. Like I'm kind of in a everlasting run. I'm always running towards something, and I think it's also the beauty of this job. Like you never just like you're not a CEO. You always strive to get to a point that it is never the ending point. It's always a step in the process. So I try to approach this as a step in the process. So who knows what we're gonna do in 10 years, but if I don't start this change now, I'm definitely not gonna work in industry in 10 years. That's how I approach it.
So, what future projects do you have coming? Because, well, I know us from basically making crazy short films together in Italy, seeing crazy works that you were doing. I've seen that you've done like bigger projects, commercials, all of this sort of stuff, behind the camera, with the camera, sometimes in front of the camera. So what's the next project for you?
Well, I'm fully invested in this AI technology because like because sometimes work can be overwhelming because as you know, I work as a photo retoucher and I do post-production for video and photography. So that's still my main occupation. But because AI is so easy accessible, I'm squeezing, I'm milking the cow at the moment. I'm trying to get as much as I can out there, and so I'm invested in making some other shorts with monsters because, as I told you, I still have a profile on Instagram, a page that I'm running. So I'm trying to, to have a one single theme and try to get the best out of it, even though I'm naturally a person that changes topic and interests every once in a while. As you said, I've been behind the camera, in front of the camera. I wrote scripts. I did color grading, post production, motion graphics. So I like to invest my time in whatever makes me feel good at that moment. So at the moment, I'm still some other stuff in AI is gonna come out soon, and I'm excited because winning the Stanford Film Festival also gave me like a boost to say like, okay, this is maybe something that is worth pursuing. So I'm glad it was well received, and I think this is where I'm going now.
Well, Andrea, thank you for talking to us. Always a pleasure talking to you with, yeah, yeah, you know, much love. Okay, well, take care. All the best.
Thank
Thank you
you.
for everything and congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.